can find me on Instagram. My handle is ravenskull_BE, or you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, or any other platforms for my music. Thank you. Hi, and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to talk about Mengloth. Mengloth, the goddess of healing, is a lesser-known figure in Norse mythology, but she holds significant meaning within the mythological landscape. Her name is closely tied to health, protection, and healing, and her story is mainly told in the poem Svipdagsmal, which includes two poems, Krogalder and Fjolsvinnsmal. These poems are found in later medieval Icelandic manuscripts, though they are based on much older oral traditions. Let's take a look at one of the poems, Svipdagsmal. As said, Mengloth appears in Fjolsvinnsmal, one of the poems of the text I just mentioned, where she is associated with a magical healing mountain called Lifjaberg. In the poem, the hero Svipdag embarks on a quest to find Mengloth, and after many trials, he eventually reaches her and they are united. Mengloth is portrayed as a protector who has the power to heal those who can ascend her mountain. The most relevant quote from Fjolsvinnsmal describing Mengloth and Lifjaberg is the following, and I quote a translation. Lifjaberg it is called, and there they feel that all women are cured of illness. Whoever treads that path, which is steep, will find their health restored. Lifjaberg, literally meaning the mountain of healing herbs, is a sacred place in Norse cosmology where those who seek Mengloth's healing power can find relief from their ailments. In this way, Mengloth is connected to the natural and mystical healing properties of the land itself. The mountain's significance also hints at her role as a guardian of health, standing in a liminal space between the mortal world and divine forces that could bring restoration. So what does her name mean? The name Mengloth has been interpreted in various ways, with one common reading being the jewel glad or necklace glad, from man meaning necklace or jewel and glad meaning glad or joyful. At first, this may seem unrelated to her healing attributes. It could symbolize how her presence brings joy, much like how health and recovery bring happiness. Necklaces and jewelry in Norse culture were often endowed with magical or symbolic power. So Mengloth's association with such objects may signify her own power to bring vitality and prosperity. So how does she relate to other healing goddesses? Mengloth, is obviously not the only healing deity in Norse mythology. Several other goddesses are associated with health, protection, and the healing arts, the most prominent being Air. Air, often referred to as one of the Osinjur, or the female deities of the Aesir, is described in Snorri Sturluson's Prose Edda as the goddess of healing and skilled in medical knowledge. In Gylfaginning, Snorri says, literally, Air is the best of healers. End quote. Unlike Mengloth, whose healing powers are connected to a physical location, Air is often depicted as a direct practitioner of medicine. Her name itself means help or mercy, and she is frequently associated with midwifery and the healing arts. So, it is perfectly possible that Mengloth and Air represent two different aspects of healing in Norse cosmology. Mengloth's healing is more mystical and connected to a specific place, being Lifjaberg, while Air's might be more practical, focusing on direct aid and medical treatment. Other figures that overlap with healing themes include Frigg, who in her role as the mother goddess also has connections to nurturing and care, as well as Saga, who possesses wisdom and insight that could be interpreted as beneficial for mental or emotional health. So Mengloth's role as a goddess of healing may be less well known than some of her peers, but she occupies a unique place in the mythological landscape. Her presence on Livia-berg, the healing mountain, symbolizes the restorative powers of nature, the earth, and perhaps even the spiritual journey one must take to find healing. Her name, Jewel Glad, highlights her radiant joy, much like the relief that comes from restored health. As part of a broader pantheon of healing deities like Air and Frigg, Mengloth reminds us of the different ways healing can manifest in Norse mythology, whether through natural means, divine intervention, or human effort. In exploring Mengloth, we see how Norse mythology provides a deep connection between the divine and the healing processes, blending elements of mysticism, nature, and human resilience. So, that's what I wanted to share with all of you about Mengloth. I hope you liked this podcast. Thank you for listening, and see you next time. Bye for now. This was a Raven's Call podcast. You can find me on Instagram. My handle is ravenscall, one word, _BE. That is ravenscall _BE. You can also find my music on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, or any other platform under the same name, Raven's Call. For now, I share the same profile picture on all my channels. So, if you're interested, look for me on any social media platform, music distribution platform, YouTube, and so on. Thank you, and may the gods be with you.